Hello, welcome to my channel. I wanted to go over two mods today that kind of go hand in hand with altering the experience for starting university in The Sims 3. Both of these mods were created by the iconic modder Twin Simming, a legend in The Sims 3 modding community, and the second mod I will be going over is a brand new one. It was released, maybe like less than a week prior to me making this video. And the first one has been out for at least a year, but it does alter the experience for getting scholarships. Now, the mods themselves aren't super large in terms of what you physically see in your game, but it does alter the experience that your sim will go through as they're getting ready for college or like their degree. So I feel like these are pretty crucial, and I wanted to go over these in the video. Now, this is my current household I've been playing. I actually used the Porter mod to move them into Hydrangea Valley, a world that was created by the same world creator for Monte Rubro, which is, I really like their worlds. So I ported them and their other family members and stuff into a new save file so that way I could start fresh, because I want my Sims to go to university anyway. So I figured I would use them for this demonstration. So there's multiple things that go with the first mod. This is called the new scholarships mod, and you do need a couple of things. Of course, for both of these mods, Sims 3 University Life is required, obviously, but you do need for the scholarship mod all of the expansions for The Sims 3, and then depending on what flavor you want, you will need some store items, so you can pick and choose based off of what you actually have. And it allows for you to apply for more scholarships. This mod, it allows you to obviously apply for like new ones, different types. Maintaining the scholarship is required as well while your sim is in university. They get new moodlets depending on what happens when they apply. There's an online aptitude test, and there's also a new type of cheat, supposedly. I'm not really sure what that part means, but there's actually a different percentage chance on whether your sim will get the scholarship. It's not just based on their skill level, it's based off of chance. So if they apply in person at a school, then they will have a 45% chance of getting that scholarship they apply for, and if they apply online, they only get 40%. So it's a little bit more increased if they go in person. So I do kind of want to go to the high school that is in this world, so that way my sim here, Tim, can apply, because he is a freshly new young adult, and him and his other young adult brother and his brother's partner Hillary, who lives with them, all want to go to university, and I want them to apply for scholarships. So we have general scholarships. Obviously, my sim does not qualify for any of these. If they don't, it will be kind of grayed out and you can't click on it. But we do have young entrepreneurs. This was someone who was, let's say they were in high school still, they were a teen, and they had a part-time job. That would be something where if they have a certain level in that job, they would get possibly this reward. There's also the Gemini Hidden Masters prize. Golden years if your sim is an elder. And then orphan sims assistants, obviously what it says, sims who don't have parents anymore will qualify to apply for this scholarship. Obviously, this is a cult. I won't even go over that, but this has for every single occult in the game. I believe every single one. Even for plant sims, there is a scholarship available for them. Legacy scholarships has to do with, this was for student service workers. Students of tomorrow might have to do with into the future, I'm not sure. And then cultural exchange program, if they're maybe from like a different location, I'm not sure how that one works. Skill scholarships, this is based off of specific skills, I think from the store. Some are from like the dance object. One of them is from, I think, I forget what the skill is. I think one of them is for like skating. Oh, that's the talent one, I'm sorry. So like rollerblading from Seasons, they have that, things like that. Sorry, I went over that, but there's a lot that go into it, so I didn't want to go over all of it. Now, my sim Tim actually doesn't qualify for any of the scholarships, so that was my bad. But we do have here Hillary, who's in their household. She actually does qualify for two different talent scholarships, because she has the hidden skills for the dance skill and for the skating skill. So we're going to have her come apply for both of these here in person. She didn't win the scholarship. Better luck next time. Unfortunate. So Hillary did not get it, and she gets this moodlet, which is a disappointed moodlet. And they have a reaction. Oh, I see. So with this mod, I will say, so once they apply for one scholarship, they actually can't apply for another one for a little bit. But for these all intents and purposes for this review, I'm going to cheat remove it so we can have her apply for another scholarship. So we'll go to the talent scholarships and have her do the rollerblading one since she didn't apply for that one yet, and see if she can get a better chance at getting a scholarship. So for the second mod here, I have my sim taking the aptitude test for university. It's called the University Degree Tweaks. Now this mod, look at what he has here. So he did really good, my sim. Besides science and medicine, he earned a full scholarship, so he didn't need the other scholarships anyway, so he's good to go. But what this mod does is alter the way degrees work in The Sims 3, so it kind of has them make more sense, because the way that the Sims team did degrees in the university expansion don't fully make sense, in my opinion at least. I know for many others they also agree. So it alters and tweaks what jobs are part of each degree and actually adds in a couple as well. Now I will mention, for the game developer career, that is not a part of this mod. It is one of the hidden careers you get, I think, as a nerd from the nerd group. I learned from a previous mod that I had that altered the system. It was a really old mod. With that mod, they were not able to get that career to work with the degree system. It would actually make the game glitch out for some reason. That wouldn't work. So I'm assuming what happened here was that Twin Simming also couldn't find the workaround for it, and that's understandable. It might just be that there's something wrong with that custom or like that hidden career. There are quite a few additions from this mod. I'll kind of just go over the careers and some of the stuff they added or removed. So for the business degree, let's say, they did remove the criminal career as it being associated with the business degree. I kind of understand why they did that, but they did add in the hidden career you get with the jock group, the sports agent. And then there's they added in a couple of other beneficial traits. Detrimental traits are still the same. So, you get a couple of extra things added. For the fine arts degree, they added in the art appraiser career, which is another hidden one that you get with being a rebel. So I think that makes a lot of sense, because again, it's art appraising, so it makes sense to be in the fine arts degree because it has to do with art. The communications degree, which this makes more sense because I had a mod that did add in the education career, but they added it in the business section and it didn't make sense to me fully. But this mod makes it a part of the communications degree, which makes a lot of sense to me because obviously communications, human behavior, teaching, other students, things like that. I feel like those go hand in hand. And then for the physical education career, as you can see, they removed what the criminal career was from business and added it to physical education. That may have to do with your sim needing a better physique to run away from the authorities. Maybe they kind of went through in that direction. Sports agent, of course, that makes a lot of sense because you need sports knowledge in order to be a sports agent. And that's one of the other hidden skills you get that you unlock once you're a part of the jock career, the jock group. And then they added in a couple of beneficial traits, even adding in the hidden skill burglar, because I think you can get that once you're in the criminal career. I'm not sure how that fully works. And then they also added in other hidden skills that have to do with your sim's physicality, which has to do with scuba diving, snowboarding, windsurfing, all those type of extracurricular outdoor sporty activities, which is really great. So now that we've gone over that, let's have my sim enroll in university. She did get it. Amazing. And let's see. She has a reaction right here. You can see she was excited. But you do get a moolah here that says one scholarship. Sims University is impressed with Hillary's talent for skating. As recognition for her unique talent, they've offered her a scholarship. And so she gets a good moolah that's there for 24 hours. She's taking the test right now. Let's see what she's going to get. And my sims in the back here are saying farewell. They gotta say goodbye to their kids. They're leaving. They're going to university. Oh, and she only has some fine arts. Yeah, so she needed that scholarship because she did not do well on her SATs. So we will be adding him. And tuition still costs a little bit of money, but I guess it probably has to do with his degree. So my sim here, Tim, like I said, I want him to join the fine arts career because it says here. Now, the one thing is, it doesn't change this part of the mod, so it doesn't tell you how much money Oh, I'm sorry. So he actually is going to get extra money because this is how little his tuition costs. So it doesn't tell you here what is tweaked because this is just a part of the expansion. They couldn't alter like the writing here. So you do have to go to the download post for a reference to see what's a part of the mod and what updates it. I can have him become a part of the astronomer career. So I may have him do the science degree because he really is more into the sciences than he is into any other degree. And unfortunately, like I mentioned, you can't use the video game developer career to be a part of this degree. Otherwise, I would have done that. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I wish he could be a part of it. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what the issue with that career is. But I think it'd be cool to do science because if I can get him to be the astronomer, I've never done that career before. So we're going to have him do science and medicine. We will have her. Let's see. She did like fine arts. Technology, she doesn't have much. Business, let's see. I'll probably have her do fine arts. And they're off to university even though they're starving. Goodbye. So my Sims did make it to university, but I think we're going to end this video here because I really just wanted to go over what these entailed. Really, the only thing after you install these mods and have them sign up for university and get these scholarships is you just simply play with it. And then eventually they will get the degree. That's all there really is to it. It's something that's in the background. It's something that continues on until they're done with college or university. So thank you so much for watching. I will have the downloads for both of these in the video description. If you have any confusion about how these mods work, please look to the overviews for these mods in their download descriptions. When you go to those pages, that links that I provide in the video description, they have every single piece of information necessary to understand how these work. So before you come to the comments asking me, please look in the overview first because the creator spent so much time giving you every single bit of detail necessary for you to understand how it works. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and to hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hope to see you in the next one, and take care.